With only a week to go until it's Halloween, we are well into the spooky season. And what have I been doing in this month of ghouls and ghosts? Building cat cafes and renovating fortresses? Where's the spirit, and where are the monsters? Well, today, I'm looking to rectify that. So, I wanted to become a vampire. After all, the best Halloween costume is to become an actual undead creature. The Dwarf Fortress wiki told me I could do it 3 ways. 1. Drink some vampire blood. 2. Topple a statue of a deity in their temple. Or 3. Roll the deity's divination dice until they get sick of me. The downside of options 2 and 3 was that they came with a 50% chance of me turning into a werewolf, which is way less cool. Despite the risks, I still decided to forego option 1, because tracking down and killing a vampire sounded more difficult than just being rude in church. Plus the wiki says the blood isn't even a guarantee. With my plan made, I whipped up a character named Mel Cleaned Crushed, a human architect and sword fighter. I made her a follower of the Cult of Fishes, because they worshipped an opossum goddess of the air and sky, and I assumed that it had to be the most popular religion around with such a cute deity. It turned out that wasn't quite true, but we'll come back to that later. With my adventurer created and her levels of opossum worship properly calibrated, I set off on an adventure. I gained consciousness in a small town and immediately said hello to the opossum that looks over us all, and asked her for directions, because surely she would know best where her own temples are. She was unhelpful though, so I went to work looking for temples the hard way. Nope. House, longhouse. But my search turned up nothing but an obese monk. A monk seemed like a potential lead if I could follow him to a place of worship, but as I soon found out, monks are very elusive and unpredictable. They could go from sprinting as a group, to splitting up, to meeting in a field and pondering their crops in a matter of seconds. Along my monk wrangling travels, I practiced my statue tipping skills on any rogue statues I came across, so that when the time came to desecrate a shrine, I would be able to knock that sucker over on the first try. After my monk hunt had conclusively turned up nothing, I wandered into a nearby city and still couldn't find any shrines to my opossum god. Without any assurances that she even had a single temple to her name, I resorted to tapping into the omniscient power of Legends Viewer to give me a hint. I searched her up, and there she was, a 218-year-old opossum deity with 3 events to her name. I looked into the events, and 2 were books that had been written about her, no use to me. But one event let me know everything I needed. She had turned Mong Springbush into a were-lemur in the town of Trusgard. So to Trusgard I had to go. I located it on both maps and then hiked my way there. When I finally arrived, I was just crossing my fingers that I wouldn't be turned into a were creature. And so, with bated breath, I shoved the statue. And nothing happened. I think it was because it wasn't an opossum statue, it was a statue of someone else who had joined the Cult of Fishes. But all hope was not yet lost, because there was a single divination die laying on a marble slab. With my first roll, I was told, do not be stopped by fear, so I didn't let fear stop me. With my second, you already know the will of Gadok, do not tempt fate. But Gadok seemed pretty chill, so I thought it would probably work out. And then with my third roll, I was admonished for my hubris and cursed to prowl the night in search of blood. So, mission accomplished, I guess. I've successfully cursed Mel to live as a vampire for all eternity while I move on to other things. Sorry, Mel. Halloween should be fun, though. Thanks for watching.